Hey y'all. Hey y'all. What am I from Texas today? Uh no I'm not. This is Joe, Big Joe, struggling to get to work. I'm on the Bay Bridge and I'm in traffic and I'm going on about 30 minutes right now so far. Just trying to get onto the bridge. I'm on what's called the maze right now. And I'll turn this around so you can see. I'm in the maze, which is basically 80, 880, 580, all coming together to get on the Bay Bridge approach. This is what, let me make sure this thing's running. It is. This is what every schmuck like me that needs to drive in has to go through every morning to get to the office. And you got this guy, you got guys like this schmuck in this Prius. They're gonna cut over. They're gonna if you leave a yard in front of you, 3 feet, they're gonna try to get their stupid car in front of you to save, I don't know, a second or two. Then she's enjoying life. She's got her marijuana thing, and she's learned to skate today. Be free, Blady. She's got her own business, so that's probably why her attitude and demeanor is so pleasant and upbeat. But most of us know they're like me, and we're going into work to make somebody else rich. But yeah, motorcycles. A lot of people take motorcycles to try to beat traffic, split lanes. A lot of those guys end up slopped into under the wheels of somebody else. You got to watch for those guys. They're coming behind you, so you got to look behind you. You got to look in front of you. You got to look in your side mirrors, because you might have some yo-yo and a motorcycle coming up, splitting lanes. California, that's illegal or legal, but there are parameters around it. I think you're supposed to not be in a 4-stroke motorcycle, and you're supposed to be going under 30 miles an hour, but that ain't the case here most of the time. Yeah, so again, I live where I'm at right now to my front door is probably less than, I don't know, 4.5 miles, maybe 5, but it takes me sometimes an hour just to get to the point that I'm at right now, and I'm about a half hour right now, a little over maybe, but still running. Yep. And it's a great mix. It's great. You got semis, you got cars, you got motorcycles, like I said. I just can't stand this. I can't stand traffic. It's one of the things that really makes me just want to not work or get a gig where I can commute or telecommute. It's and look at this guy. This guy right here is probably, yep, see these two guys, they're going to just muscle over. They're just going to edge over. Nope, it looks like a little pup truck. He's not. He's going to stay in his lane. But you did see that red Honda take advantage of the little gap. Oh, I had a guy come out, cop, because he thought I hit his car one morning. Came out, stopped, walked up to me with his badge on his freaking belt and his gun, and walked up to me. I don't know what he thought he was going to do, but he proved to me he was an idiot because he had no idea who I was. Of course, I am just a working Joe, and all I have with me is my best friend. But you know, I could have been anybody. If he came over and I was a nut, you know, I could have shot him, whatever. But just the tempers go nuts, man. And I was hoping to catch something this morning like that, but I don't think we will. But yeah, every morning there's stuff going on out here. I've been involved in like 3 or 4, at least 4. I would say maybe between 4 and 8 fender benders. Mostly my fault. You know, what you're trying to do is follow in tight so people can't get in front of you, right? You know, or you're properly trying to do when you're merging, you're probably trying to do the zipper method, but folks don't let you do that, right? They're all just dog eat dog, man. Dog eat dog. And yeah. Anyway, you got Ubers, you got Lyfts, you got trucks, construction guys. Yeah, it sucks. We're approaching up there, if you look, you can see those lights. That's the toll booths. And I am leaving I'm about maybe an hour later this morning than I have been leaving. I'm working on a big project, and last week required me to pull some 12-hour days, and several actually, I think all 5, and then so I had to be there early. So I was leaving. I was on this part about 7 in the morning, about an hour and a half earlier. So today is a late ride. I usually don't commute at this time, but still, it's not much better at 7. It used to be if you got on it before 6, any of the bridges, you were good. But nowadays, no way. You got to be on. There's people trying to get into the city or onto the peninsula, and then they sleep in their car or truck, and that's just largely so that they can beat this. Let me get over to the peninsula, and then I'll get the last hour or whatever of sleep. But yeah, wow. Over there is those guys going real quick. That's your carpool lanes. You got to have 3 or more in your car to be eligible to go in that lane, or have one of those alternative fuels, and then you're good to go. A lot of people, if you look at some of these, see those plastic things, they're all jacked up. People will literally, I swear, they'll get so fed up of sitting here over an hour waiting for the toll booths that they'll just zip across, run through those barriers, as you can tell, and get in the carpool lane and just jam and make their way. But I'm not rich. I can't afford no $500 or $600 for a ticket, and that's just craziness anyways. No job's worth that, risk it. Plus, one time I saw a guy do that. Actually, he was a motorcycle, and he didn't realize that there was 2 lanes if you look into there, and the fellow was already in that carpool lane, and he made a lane change to his right hand lane and just smacked this motorcycle guy that was trying to do a bit of lane splitting and get around him, and ran him into that center that K guard, that K barrier right over there. And that was bad. I mean, it's like the guy busted his hip, or what kind of injuries he had. I didn't stop. I just kept going. I mean, I couldn't stop, right? Yeah. So, fun. I'm gonna stop talking, let you guys enjoy my commute, just as I do every morning. I've got a great career, man. To break things up, I listen to the traffic, of course, in the first 5 to 10 minutes, and then I check it as I get onto the Bay Bridge just to make sure there's no huge issues that could potentially leave me stranded on the bridge for the day, which has happened. There's a Black Lives movement where they closed the whole westbound or eastbound side, so that took 3 to 4 hours to just, for me, to get across the bridge. 4 hours, just the bridge part alone. And then there was a motorcycle accident, a couple accidents. There's accidents all the time, but one of them, I was just a few seconds behind the guy or the cops were chasing a guy on a motorcycle, and he killed himself. He spilled it just on the city side and went into a wall and killed himself, and then that resulted in the Bay Bridge being shut down, period, for most of the day. And so anybody stuck on the bridge, that's it. You're stuck on the bridge. There's no turning around. You got to stay there. You got to go pee. You got to go poop. Whatever it is, you're screwed. So we're going through the tolls. Oh, strangely enough, I didn't hear it go off, but I don't care. I've got this. I don't have to pay a cash toll. I've got fast track, and fast track is where it's at. So I'm gonna stop this, guys, or no, I won't. I'll leave it going. Try to focus you guys in a little better that way. Oh, see, it doesn't do it. Well, like I was starting to say, I lost track of my own mind. I listen to the news to get a bearing on the traffic. And then what do I do to break up the monotony and keep my spirits high while I'm doing this kind of commute? What else? I listen to a little Howard Stern. So guys, join me in listening to the West Coast rebroadcast of the Howard Stern Show.
I don't want to hear that again. I go, but you seem happy not working. My mother goes, you have a lot of people to support. I go, yeah, well, I'm tired of supporting everyone. Someone should support me.
Yeah, that's what I say too, Howard.
Oh, then I go, yeah, I'm going to Los Angeles. And then I said, and also, I'm going to promote the book that I wrote on TV. Yeah, she's going to go on some shows, but it's enough already. I said, but they want to introduce the idea that the book would be a good Christmas gift. What? It would be a good idea to buy for Christmas. That's right, he can't hear you anyway. This is
I thought he had gotten his ear.
He has it. He had
earphones adjusted.
Yeah, he went to the doctor. They blew out some kind of wax out of his ears, and but I don't know. He heard me. He was doing fine. So then she goes, "You're going again with that LA?" I go, "Mom, I haven't been there in like 3 years." Oh, well, it's a lot on you.
Well, did you tell her you're doing Ellen? She must have loved that.
I did. I said, and I'm gonna go talk loud so your father can hear. I'm gonna do the Ellen DeGeneres show. I'm like, that she liked.
Yeah.
Yeah, believe me, I wish Ellen was their daughter, and I would be with Ellen's parents. Yeah, she liked the Ellen DeGeneres. That she lit up.
Right, because they watched that.
Now I'm worthy. Now I'm,
You've made it.
I made it. Now I'm a big shot. And I go, and of course, my friend Jimmy Kimmel, another show, no. And I said, and the Bill Maher show. They didn't know what the fuck that
Well, I was going to say, they probably don't know.
What is that show? He's on HBO. What's that? No, you don't watch Bill Maher, you watch HBO. That's right. We watch that. Yeah, but not Bill Maher. Do you watch Bill Maher? Who? Bill Maher. We watch HBO, but your mother can't hear it so good. Something happened with her hearing aid. That was the other thing.
What?
I'm in the middle of a nightmare. My mother went to get
Okay,
her
we're
hearing
almost
aid
through the.
adjusted.
We are now officially through the
I don't know
metering
what to
lights.
do. I'm supposed to solve every problem. They look at me like I did something wrong. Like I'm the Mashiach in my family, I have to solve every problem. Her hearing aid was fine. She loves it. She goes, I love to watch TV. She don't go anywhere. So she tells me there's a little TV that I bought her. She likes to watch on the little TV. And now they adjusted her hearing aids, and it sounds she goes, it sounds metallic. I can't describe it. It's not the same. It's very annoying to watch TV now. The sound. So I thought, well, I'll go buy her these extension speakers that you put on the TV. But I did a test, you see. I tested her on the other two TVs that I bought them. And she can't hear those either. Those are annoying as well.
Oh, dear.
So I said, Mom, yeah, I could buy you speakers for the TV. I don't want that. Why not? I don't like it. I go, listen, I would buy you speakers, but it doesn't make sense to. God, I don't want them. No, I said, because if you can't hear the other two TVs, it's clearly your hearing aid that's fucked up. I know. But we went to the woman 3 times already. And I told her they did something to the hearing aid. But she tells me it's the same, but it's not. I've been 3 times. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I give up. I said, listen, why don't you go to a different audiologist and let them... Who am I gonna go to? I go, you live on Long Island. There's 50 million audiologists. Maybe they could help you. Well, I have an appointment with the other doctor, the ear, nose, and throat guy. And he's gonna look at... I go, when is that appointment? November. I go, November? Why don't you go tomorrow? What else do you have to do? No, I don't. He's a busy man. So I don't know what to do about the TVs.
So now she's not able to watch? Or she's
Well, I
suffering?
think she's suffering. You know my mother suffers. So then I got a lecture on not going to LA, that I'm working too hard, but I should keep working. I don't know. I'm like rope-a-dope. I couldn't fix the TV, so I feel like a failure. You know.
Yeah, unfortunately, you weren't a hero.
No. But even when I am, I don't get enough praise. You know what I mean? But it was like old times when I sit there in the kitchen with them and felt like I was right back in the house with them, living there. And that's why I might be a little shaky this morning. Yeah. So, yeah, that's it. Fucking head is spinning.
When did you see them? Yesterday?
Yesterday was...
Oh.
Yeah, when did I talk to you on the phone? Did I talk to you yesterday? Or the day
No,
before?
you talked to me before the end.
Yeah, you caught me before I went over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna go, but
Oh, you have to go.
I have to go check. Like I do a surprise check.
What do you think you're fine?
I don't know. Like I went over at 8 o'clock in the morning because
Oh my God.
Yeah, they don't expect me over there then, you know. And I don't even know what goes on with that. How they work the telephone because I called. I was driving. I was near their place, so I figured I'll call my mother. I got to give her a little time.
All right. Well, I'm still driving. I
So,
can't keep the phone up.
around
Like I
quarter to
said, I don't have a
eight,
GoPro.
I call,
So
and
I'm
the
using
phone
an
picks up,
iPhone.
and I hello, and then they hang up.
So it's right now about 1 hour for me to get onto the bridge to where I'm at, which is I just crossed from one section of the bridge, the East Bay side, onto the San Francisco side. That tunnel we went through was the Yerba Buena Island tunnel. So we're in the fog, can't see anything, but we're on Bay Bridge, San Francisco side, ready to drop into the city, which is, if you can see the signs coming up, I don't know, yesterday's video or Saturday's video, you couldn't pick up signage that well, but apologize for that. So these are the first San Francisco exits, Folsom and Harrison Street, which are on the sides there, so I'll stay in the middle. Oh, we're right behind the Mighty O. There's the Mighty O bus. That's another option I could take. That goes right by my house, the corner of my house. It stops. But as you can imagine, it's the bus. Some people say, well, how come you don't take BART? Well, BART's a pig pen. It's disgusting, the amount of whacked out people that are on there, stinky people, the smells, it's just incredible. And it has gotten better since they took out all the cloth carpeting and the cloth seats, and they replaced it with more industrial, wash off shit. But I was attacked, and I did start taking BART again about a year ago, and I was attacked in the course of like the first couple of months. I had like 3 different situations where I got into altercations that were very close to going to physical with psycho people. I mean, generally, but then there's also angry commuters that you have to deal with, and people with their elbows and bags and stinky shit they don't care about. They just shove it in your face. So BART sucks. It's an intense assault on all of your senses, including your spirit, your mind, and your psyche. So now here we just spilled into the city. There's San Fran on that side. That's a financial district. We're on 101 now. So we're going around the south side of the city just south of the financial district. The stadium, Giants ballpark, is over there. You just can't see it. The bay's on that side over here. And there it is. So we made it across the Bay Bridge. So basically after this, I've got another, I don't know. In fact, let's see where we're at. I'm gonna let this thing record too. I'm having problems getting bigger videos up on YouTube, but I'm gonna let this record and see what we get, so you guys get a full. And that's not even full. I started the video when I was already through most of the maze, getting ready to get onto the toll booth. So you guys, this video is missing a good 40 minutes of commute. So I'm gonna let this play out though, and you'll see the rest of my commute. And it is what it is, man, right? But I'm not alone. There's a lot of other people doing this. So let me check this. We're good. I'll let this ride. Hopefully it doesn't fall anymore. Okay guys, next time it falls, I'll stop it. Oh, well, how about next time? Next time. Well, the 101 is... except for parts of the 101 that like are, you know, way remote. The 101 sucks. It sucks going through Salinas. It sucks going through Hollister. It sucks going in and out of LA, in and out of San Francisco, and everywhere else it seems to skirt south. San Jose, Fremont. Or no, it doesn't go through Fremont, but San Jose area, that's where it cuts back in, the south part of the bay. It's a mess. That's another thing about this stretch of road, but my commute. There's, with all the construction and all the industrial traffic, there's a lot of crap in the highway, a lot of debris. You might have just saw we went past, there was a big upturned, I don't know, looked like a hubcap or something, but with all of its sharp parts sticking up, so. It's like a video game, man, getting to work.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, wait a second. Like everything just comes up. Because after dinner, we always go and sit on the couch together, and you know, we get on our phones and gonna settle down. Run on till your road ends. Put some trust in tomorrow, faith in the wind. Take my blessings with you till we meet again. Adios, amigo. Goodbye, my friend. Well, I never will forget all the things we've done. Wherever we would go as one. But now I'm leaving, and our trails must part. 'Cause at last, slow